Russia has defaulted on its foreign debt, says S&P.
This post received a score of 79,000, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
In 1998, Russia, under President Yeltsin, defaulted on its domestic debt and declared a 90-day moratorium on payment of foreign debt.
Don't think we will be lucky enough to have Putin go the way of Yeltsin.
Yeltsin helped Putin in exchange for total amnesty for any previous wrongdoings. I certainly hope Putin doesn't get the same deal.
No need, since if I remember correctly, he made a law to forbid prosecution against any former president.
And what stops the future president from revoking this law? Or just bypassing the law entirely? The president has total power anyway, if not formally, then practically.
Because one day they might be a former president and they want that same protection in place.
Change it to no former president, except Mr. Putin, can be prosecuted for special military operation crimes, and then don't start any special military operations or wars.
Or don't prosecute Putin. Simply conduct a special legal operation.
Sealing his bunker in concrete with him in it and forgetting about him, but his crimes, or just an unmarked grave somewhere in the deep ocean, are probably the only two just outcomes for this monster now. Yeah. Let's just crowdfund a black ops team to poison him and blame it on bad vodka or a bear disease. Quicker, cheaper, faster.
The U.S. debt holders are going to be bailed out with the frozen Russian cash reserves. So everyone gets paid, but Russia technically defaults. It will be interesting to see how that affects Russia being able to borrow in the future.
Yep, really sneaky way to fuck Russia. People still get paid, but their credit rating goes to shit.
Give the bankers some credit. They've been around for thousands of years.
Isn't giving them credit the way the system works anyway?
Kinda true. Governments issues bonds that are bought by the banks. Basically a type of loan. The money is then deposited in the bank as cash reserves. The bank then takes a certain percentage of that deposit, and lends it out to others. All deposits are up to a certain point used to finance more loans. Basically, all money is a form of collective debt. A dollar is basically a IOU note, except more formal and backed by the government and banks.
Forgive my ignorance, can someone explain to me whose debt they defaulted on, and what impact does it have on the entity it was defaulted to?
In the case of USD bonds, Russia has borrowed from US institutions, so they're trying to pay back the capital amounts and interest payments. Russia has billions of USD debt outstanding, i.e. to pay back, with interest, to the US banks and investment houses. Everyone else will make Russia pay more for borrowing money from them. In reality, the overall effect will probably not damage the US banks very much, but it severely limits Russian borrowing, and all states need to borrow to keep markets and industries liquid and keep money flowing between the domestic banks and people, e.g. government employee salaries, including the army.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.